This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from SoFi. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
On one, right? Here we go. Stop.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. Up the sideline at the 35. Inside the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. First carry here for Omarion Hampton. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Go.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action now, Herbert. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Big T.J. Slayton on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Trey Hendrickson. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
Crowd right. 21. Hey, Catholic.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's in! Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
On 1, right? Here we go.
A carry here for Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Cincinnati.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the run to the right. That is caught. And the Bengals going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here we go.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Here's Darius Davis to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, But sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Now it is 1st and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. It's the Bengals on top. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Herbert, a hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st and 10 at the 50.
Throwing again, Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Dicker is good with the extra point. And the Chargers draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Chargers 14.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is Turner. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Here we go.
He'll run here with Brown. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Brown. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Brown. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Here we go.
Tight end motioning left. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down. Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to...
And he'll take it on in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Pearson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Chargers 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Set, go.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
It's 3rd and 4.
Set. 80. 59, 59. Set.
Herbert to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this close to a first down, but he's out of bounds a yard short And that's going to make it 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Here we go on 4th down with Herbert. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion. They'll run out of the gun with Hampton. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's brought down.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Set. Let's go. Delta. Hunt.
Perfect. Escaping to his left. He's going to keep it himself. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a 1st down.
Gain of 24 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set.
Throwing now is Herbert. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set. Grenade. 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 Set.
Now Herbert. Moving outside the pocket. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Rolling right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Herbert going to go on 4th down. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A.
Chargers.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Gun.
Back to throw, Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal.
Let's get set.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This ain't what you Project, this ain't what you This ain't what you
Set.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Amarian Hampton was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Hey, Ram, 380. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Beno with the tackle.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Forced to his right. Off he goes. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, It's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Set. Ready.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be lucky to just get some positive yards out of that one. Out of bounds, pickup of 2. Here's a third down and 4.
Set. Set.
Here's Herbert. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
Chargers, first down.
Hampton will take this one into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Dicker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers back within 7. It's 35-28. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is Turner. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
On 1.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 10.
1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fourth quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow working in the pistol. Oh, busted coverage, and Chase is wide open. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Herbert to throw. Out to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert now on 1st down. Another catch there for Johnston. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Herbert to the air again. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Here's Hampton. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
At the 36-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Hey, ram.
To throw, it's Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
A gain of 25 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Chargers 1st down.
Throwing now is Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Home trips right. Set.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Exiting the pocket right. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will cut the deficit to 7.
42. Chargers 35.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
On 2, ready? 11.
That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Baylor Tigers.
first and 10, here's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
19 yards.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up second.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Now Herbert again. On the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Hey, go lion. Sit. Let's go. Hey. Ready.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now a give up the middle, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
A run on first and goal. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead. But you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. That's pulled in at the 2.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Hey, set. Black 80.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Chargers 42.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Get set.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. With the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Second down. Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. As they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy, they are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.